And today, we finish off most side quests by doing something that I have been putting off for quite a while. Staring at those supports and at those solar-powered windmills. I've probably mentioned this before, but I really do love Seafront. I mean, I guess the game has a low polygon count by today's standards, but I still think that it can look quite pretty. Anyway, we're actually fishing. We're gonna finish off fishing. We only have a few levels of this left, and I'm gonna shut up for most of this video because, of course, the point of fishing is to listen to the fishing dialogue. But I did want to point out a few things before we go into this. Number one, you can fish in the sand. Mainly, the only things you can catch here are junk and sandfish. But the first time I put out my reel, this happened. Yeah, I caught something big. Well, there are only two species of fish that happen to be out here. Again, the sandfish, the things that our dear Fisherman wants us to find right now, and this monstrous thing. Anyway, carry on.
Haven't fished in a while, huh?
I'm amazed that you have not grown weary of it yet.
Not really, no. There's just something about catching a fish that makes you feel alive.
Perhaps you are forgetting the reason you went fishing in the first place.
Look, everyone needs a break sometimes. Hey.
Hello. What is it?
I wonder if I've beaten that old fisherman yet.
One wonders how talented a fisherman he actually is.
You saw that chip on his shoulder. He must be amazing.
Have you actually seen him in action?
No.
Well, off to fishing then.
Yeah.
Hello.
All right, I'm gonna give it my all this time.
Have you been holding back?
I always give it my all.
Shh! You are scaring them away.
Hey.
Hello. What is it?
So, the Hyneria. The Hyneria is the final fish that he's asking us to catch, and it is definitely the hardest of his requests. We should go without saying, we only need to find one. It takes a bit. It's out here in the middle of nowhere. It lives in sand, which I don't think is a thing.
I guess he's taught me everything he knows.
No? And what have you learned up to now?
Well, the art of perseverance?
That's hardly a skill which can be taught.
Yeah, speaking of the art of perseverance, it took about 15 minutes before I remembered what had happened way back at the beginning of this whole fishing excursion. The first thing I hooked out here, the thing that I couldn't catch, the thing I couldn't possibly reel in. Yeah. I wanted out here to catch sandfish, and the first thing I hooked was the Hyneria. Bit odd. This is a tough fish. It has a ton of HP. It is extremely large, but it is not the largest fish that you will ever find in the game. It's the last one that the Fisherman wants, but if you persevere, or want all the achievements, or trophies, or whatever, there are two larger legendary fish, the Rhizodont and the Dunkleosteus. They are difficult, and not in so much as the fishing itself. Here you can see that this really is just a test of patience, more so than anything else. But in that they are both found in seafront, where there are far too many types of fish to begin with. The Hyneria is actually pretty easy to find once you realize that every source that tells you to try and catch it with sardines is wrong. You need to use a lure out here. But the Rhizodont and the Dunkleosteus, because they're in seafront, which has such a huge pool of fish, share their bait with other things and can take a long time to finally land. This one's lucky, though. Also, look at the size of this thing. 2 tons.
Well, I guess that's it.
This fishing certainly seems like fun.
Yeah, but it's work, too. Still, I'm grateful for everything that the old fisherman taught me.
Anyway, I will not be showing off the other 2 fish because they are just tedious to try and catch. I've got that trophy. I did my time. Fortunately, we did catch the Hyneria. Didn't take too terribly long. And that's it. That's the end of this. There is no more fishing. There is no more fishermen. We're through.
Hey. didn't even know the old guy was sick.
Perhaps that's why he was in such a hurry to pass down his craft.
This is strange, but I feel like he's still here somehow, looking at me.
I trust that he is in heaven by now, settling down for a round by the pond.
I hope you're right, Vice.